It's August 2021, and it's time to talk about the Insta360 cameras. A huge update just happened on Insta360 applications that push the boundaries of the user experience of the camera. You know, the Insta360 has designed a very easy and simple to use 360 camera, and they are famous for their software. Now the great software has become a lot more better. And I believe Insta360 has learned a lot about design philosophy of the iPhone and Android devices and put some of their experience into the Insta360 application and make it cleaner, more logical, more beautiful, and thus dramatically improve the user experience. This update about the Insta360 app also give us a sneak peek into the future of the company and their product. Coming next, I'm going to take you through this huge update about Insta360 application and focus on some of the key ideas behind this update and share with you the step-by-step tutorial help you master Insta360 cameras applications like never before. So let's dive right in. Okay, number one, let's talk about the update user interface about the shooting page. You know, there are more and more shooting modes that are being packed inside Insta360 cameras, and sometimes it's really difficult to select the shooting mode you want. And with the latest application, when you go to the shooting page, you can see it has been completely redesigned. And now it is just so simple to select the shooting mode you want with just a few clicks on your touchscreen. Here I've already connected with my One X2 via 5 GHz Wi-Fi and go to the shooting page. Now you can see the brand new shooting page for the Insta360 camera series. As you can see, the layout has been completely redesigned. Watch out the arrows on the bottom. As you can see, there are some shortcuts you can directly enter in the shooting mode you want, from burst, interval, night shot, HDR photo, video. And you can also enter in the shooting mode on the bottom of the app, from burst, interval, night shot, HDR video, time-lapse, all together to reframe live. They are exactly the same. So now the layout has been redesigned and it is more efficient. Okay, now let's take a video shooting for example, because for most of the use cases, we would like to shoot videos with the One X2. Here you can see now I'm in a program auto. As you can find that this is auto, manual, shutter priority, isolated, and for each of the shooting option, we do have more options that you can unlock all the features inside the One X2. So the design, and you can also select the default. Okay, for example, you have auto, you can change the export value and white balance, and it is go back to default. Okay. If you shot in full manual mode, now we have unlock all the settings, the ISO, the shutter, the white balance, and also we have an icon indicating that it is shot in full manual mode. In shutter priority, isolated. Okay, so here you can see you can select the GPS or the histograms turn on or off. Okay, so that is the basic options in the redesigned layout for the shooting page. Next, let's talk about update the user interface on the video export page. You know, with the previous application of the Insta360, sometimes I just feel weird because you have to export and then select the settings you want. It is just not that intuitive. You have to go back and forth. But now the Insta360 had to fix this problem, and you can select the settings you want and then export. The video export page has also been a lot more cleaner. This is finally an intuitive design for our customers. Now we can finally select the exporting parameters before performing the real export. This is more logical and more user-friendly. You can choose flat or 360. And flat video, you can turn on pilot plus or not, or remove gain. And for the resolution, you can go to custom. In custom, you can select and bitrate as much as 75 megabit per second. And color plus, remove gain. And if you want to export 360 video directly from the app, you can directly export to Insta360 community, the Facebook, the YouTube, Twitter, and some other platform, or directly generate a link for your friends to Playback on a social network. And after all this data, you can directly hit on exporting. So you can see the exporting speed on the Android platform has increased by a factor of 2. The exporting speed has been a lot more faster on iOS platform thanks to the newer engine of the Bionic chips. And you can now export with something like a live preview, and you can know exactly where you have right now. You know, in the year 2021, the Insta360, the resolution about the camera still stays at 5.7K, but the processing power, the chipset of the mainstream computational platform have improved a lot, especially when Apple released their A11 Bionic chip, and even the latest Apple M1 chipset. So with a much more powerful computational platform in our hand, we should have a much better exporting speed. This finally become reality with the latest update of the Insta360 application. And on the iOS platform, the engineer has taken the full advantage of the newer engine, the computational platform, and speed up workflow by a factor of 3 or even 4. The Insta360 engineers also speed up the exporting speed on the Android platform by a factor of 2. One thing I love about Insta360 cameras is on the workflow, especially about the video processing workflow. You don't have to copy and paste the videos from the camera to your phone, but with a Wi-Fi connection, 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection, you can directly make the non-linear editing inside the Insta360 applications. But sometimes the loading speed, especially when you shoot a long period of time, the video is quite large, the file size is quite large, and the loading speed is just not great enough. Luckily enough, with the latest update of the Insta360 application, the video loading speed has dramatically improved by a factor of 3 to 5. But you should notice that when you turn on the loop recording, the video inside your SD card has already been cut into pieces in some individual short clips, and the loading speed about the short clips of your Insta360 camera has been fast enough. That is to say, with the latest update, the loading speed on the long video and short video, they are now equally fast. Here you can see the generation of the thumbnail speed is a lot faster, and when you play back the long videos such as this one, the 4 minutes and 3 minutes, use the example, you can see the playback speed is loading really fast with directly Wi-Fi connection with 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Another pain point about the Insta360 app is on the thumbnail. You know, when you capture a lot of content right inside SD cards, usually it takes quite a long time for the application to generate the thumbnail for each part of our video and photos. And now I'm happy to tell you that the loading speed about the thumbnail has become 5 times faster. We can choose the right photo and videos very quickly, sometimes just instantly. The trim feature about application also improved a lot. We can play back the video within the trim feature. That will also save us a lot of time, because in the Adobe Premiere, we can trim our video and directly play back, judging whether we have the right amount of trim of our video. And now it is more user-friendly. Here you can see when you select the trim, and you can trim a section, and now you can see you can directly play back within the trim section. You see that? And you can also use your finger to select one of the time step and play back at exactly the moment. In the latest story mode, we can finally add multiple audio tracks under a single video footage. You know, I want the feature for quite a long time, and it finally arrives. And now in the gallery menu, the album page, you can swipe from left to right to identify the video and the photo just closed. That is also very important, because that will help you better identify the footage you want. If you happen to be the Insta360 One X, the old user about Insta360, now the One X also nourished from the AQUA Vision 2.0. So if you can take your One X dive with your dive case, now your footage should look a lot more beautiful, a lot better. And don't forget about Flashcut. Now there are altogether 7 new Flashcut template right inside the application. In the Shop Lab effects, and now a new effect has been added that is called Stop Motion Stature. Coming next, I'm going to share with you a simple example to capture with the Stop Motion Stature. You know, the Insta360 want to build the whole ecosystem. They want to educate their users right inside the application. In the short lab tutorial, now they add timecode. Just like what YouTube has achieved, you can add timecode and quickly jump to the part you want. Sometimes you don't have to watch from start to finish. You just figure out what you want to learn and directly go to the section and quickly improve yourself. That is to say, with the latest application, now the users could be educated in a more efficient way. In the story section, you can see the short lab or the Flashcut. Now there are altogether 7 new Flashcut templates for you guys to better export a vlog with a better template that you can simplify your workflow. It is more friendly for amateurs, beginners. If you tap inside the tutorial, you should see tutorial, and now you can see this is a time code. You can see exactly every section time code. You can jump directly into a section you are interested in and to boost your efficiency. Yeah, and this make the content more organized and more friendly as well. Okay, here's another bonus tip for you guys if you have the Insta360 1-inch Leica build. I don't know when, but Insta360 engineer has implemented a brand new feature called the 45 degrees horizon lock. So it's quite different from the 100% horizon lock. It will not crop that much that you will end up with a field of view that is in between the wide angle and the linear. Next up, I'm gonna take a video shooting with horizon lock where I could enable that on the touch screen. Check horizon lock linear effect in the Insta360 app. And horizon lock with plus or minus 45 degrees, it can only be achieved at the Insta360 Studio 2021. To show you exactly how the camera moves, I'm gonna use my DJI Pocket 2 to capture a video directly behind this camera and show you how does camera move and what is the result, so you can make a side-by-side comparison by yourself. Okay, now I'm starting to capture a side-by-side comparison video for you guys, and let's dive right in. I'm now taking a test shot with the 1-inch Leica build, and horizon lock turns on, and with my Pocket 2 you can see exactly how the camera moves. And I try to eliminate the rolling angle in between the plus or minus 45 degrees so that you can see the compensation behind the scenes with the help of the Insta360 Studio. I try to compensate as it can stimulate. I try to rotate the camera where just like we are vlogging with our 1-inch Leica build. So, but you should know that sometimes it doesn't shake that much with the handheld, but plus working. Now I'm gonna run in with the 1-inch Leica build and try to shake and also eliminate the rolling angle in between the plus or minus 45 degrees. Okay. Okay, and that's it. And if you're vlogging with the Insta360 1-inch Leica build and it doesn't shake too much, I think the plus or minus 45 degrees horizon lock is the best option for you. That is all about the latest and greatest update on the Insta360 app. I believe this update remarks another milestone of the Insta360 cameras and application and the whole user experience. It is just not only become more cleaner, more logical, more beautiful, more friendly, but also you should learn that this company has become more and more ambitious in the future. They want to provide user a complete solution from start to finish. They even want to educate the users in more efficient way. And I think Insta360 really did a great job on the basis of this update. And we should expect to see more and more surprise in the coming near future. So guys, if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to sum up, subscribe, and hit notification bell. Talk to you soon. Until next time, bye.